Okay.
Okay, then we will start. I am Ina, this is Marina.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you, Melissa. Please tell us about your happenings. What is the interest behind you coming here, and as well as your birth date, please.
Nice to meet you, Ina Marina. I'm pleased to be here. What is bringing me to you is, I guess I wanted to explore the relationship to my soul. My friend Tim mentioned that is the type of a work you do. I would like to, I've got some questions. I might just read out to them if that's okay. So first of all, I would like to see if you can explore my origin in terms of planet origin. I have seen a lot of past lives, but I don't see beyond this planet. So I don't know my origin. That is kind of like a blocked, almost feels like it. I have some issues. So, for example, I'm very sensitive to influences of other people. And I'm kind of been always struggling with anger and frustration of other people. Recently, I have developed the awareness of self-love, and it's literally like pretty much as we speak. But that anger and frustration hasn't stopped, but it almost feels like external. So I am sensitive to influences of other people, and I don't know how to stop that because that anger doesn't belong to me. Somehow feels like that. Some probably does, but in general, I'm working on the self-love. So if I self-love, me is everyone. So that shouldn't, but I still cannot stop those feelings of anger and frustration, sometimes rage. People are talking to me and I can't stop it. I don't know what else I can do. So that in terms of business, I continue finding obstacles. So there is a problem with the flow. And in terms of my physical problems, it's eczema. I've been struggling with eczema. And that's kind of quite a long term. So I kind of covered probably all of it. I don't know if it's interconnected, but that came to me today before our meeting to discuss it.
How long ago did the eczema start?
It started after I begin into my first time into the personal development. I went for a lot of courses and sessions, and I had inflamed all over my body, pretty much almost everywhere. And that was about maybe 15 years ago. But ever since, it's on the back of my head, so it's a past lives, and it's on the bottom of my spine as well. And it keeps coming back, and I just recently it reverted, but I did just panchakarma in India, but it's kind of recurring. It's related to food, but we know that food is the physical.
Yes, right. I also want to ask, did you change your food whenever you started 15 years ago, those practices?
Yeah, I have.
Like
I
sharp?
know. Yeah, so I am allergic to certain foods. I'm trying to take them out of my diet. So, but is it only food? Because I know now what I'm allergic to, so I took that out and it's helping. But is that eczema only related to food?
Okay. And you don't eat meat, right?
I
Or
stopped.
like, are you
I
vegan?
I stopped eating meat. I was a vegetarian for about 18 years. Then the eczema came out. I started eating meat. That's helped. Um, and then I've been eating meat, fish ever since. And then I stopped eating meat just before going to, like literally, like just before going to India. I wasn't eating there, and I'm not coming back. Always was not eating any dairy. I never eat dairy. Dairy disagrees with me. Disagrees with me.
Okay. Can you please tell me the birth date of yours?
8th of June, 1974.
The 8th? Did you say the
8th,
8th?
8th of June, 1974.
And now, do you have like children, husband, boyfriend, something?
I don't have children. I have recently met someone which I'm very much interested. So I could call probably him as a boyfriend, but it's very, very early stages.
What did happen in your childhood? What about your parents and about your family? What does that mean to you?
Um, I love my parents, and there was a lot of disagreement in the past, but I have worked through it extensively. And nothing really comes like striking to me right now. There were lessons which I learned from that for my soul to grow, and that's what it is. It's making me actually, emotional when I talk about it. So I'm very grateful for the experiences.
Were there some kind of manipulation, like with the love of the little Melissa, with your feelings, like you have to love me. If you do that, you will get something, or
That was my father. I had to always earn the love. Yeah, that's correct. There was a pattern of that. I had to learn. I need to deserve the love from my parents. That it's not given to me unconditionally. Yeah.
Marina, do you have questions? No. Are there any impressions left of fears of some happenings in the childhood or like in the puberty?
Hold on a second. I'm not recording it. Sorry.
You don't have to record it. We will send you the recording.
Yes, but I wanted to have it on my mobile as well.
But you will get the link to it, so you can have it. You can watch it on your mobile phone anyway.
Okay, thank you.
But you can also, of course.
Yeah. Well, the only thing comes is I did have a couple of traumatic experiences, accidents, which I worked with as well. But I might talk about it as well. I have, as a child, I was very short for about a year with my auntie, and I had an accident. Somebody put a pillow over my head. So I strangled and I left my body. That was one experience. And the other one, I had been traveling as a 17 years old girl, and somebody tried to take advantage of me. I escaped. So, but that was quite traumatic in the puberty. Yeah, I also work with that.
The reason why you don't have any children, is that your own wish or?
I never met anyone. I've been going through a lot of change over the years, and I never met anyone. I had problems with control, and obviously I was attracting controlling men. I never really could stay with somebody to take control of my life. So my original name is not Melissa, if that makes, so if that matters as well. I have changed my name. So that is, I don't know whether it's important. Do you need that to know that, or it doesn't matter?
Yes, it's important. Thank you for telling.
Okay, so my original name is Małgorzata. Małgorzata, not Melissa. I added Melissa. So my name is Melissa Małgorzata Peach. I'm originally from Poland. I haven't been living in Poland.
At what age did you change your name?
About 7 years ago, maybe 2012.
Okay, I would like to ask you again, what kind of result do you want to get from this session? I mean, I heard your questions, like from where you're from, what blocks you have, and stuff like that are people that are ruling over you. But how do you see yourself in the best version of you in this world?
A loving, kind person. I suppose successful with whatever I wanted to achieve, but not attached to the success. I wanted to give something to the world out of my compassion. Um,
Okay, I hear now what is the ideal version of Melissa if all of those, or the first block that came through your father, like to earn the love, if that would be there. And also together with that, the fear of losing this love.
Sorry, I don't understand.
She said that she felt that the most important thing that you were, it's about unconditional love, what she just said. She got you. So whenever there is unconditional love, then everything is on its right place. Okay, then let's start.
I think so, yeah.
You can turn off your microphone. Okay, Marina, let's check out the field. How does it look like? They're huge, big light balls that I see. It looks like a stage, a huge, huge stage. I would like to open them up from the part of information, what kind of message they carry, why are they in our field. They bring light on Melissa and to all of us, but these are her balls. Okay, then I ask Melissa, there is someone who is ruling those balls, turning them on and off? Yes, she knows that there is someone, and he's always bringing himself up in a strange way, as if he's living inside of her like a second person. Was that your wish to inherit him in yourself? She says that she has the feeling as if it's a second personality. She feels him her whole life, but she doesn't remember for how long this personality is with her. The whole life? Yeah, I mean, you are speaking about the life. Is it the life that is about your body or for your soul? What does mean the whole life? What life are you talking about? Whole life of this body. What was before you came into this avatar, this embryon? How does she react to this question? She wants to run away, to hide, to bring her head in safety, and she doesn't want to answer. What will happen if you, for yourself, again, answer this question? What will happen then? She is afraid. There is like a strange feeling that if she will disappear, she will get disappeared. Okay, I suggest from the side now to observe, is it you that are afraid or the one that is inside your body that is transmitting this emotion to you? The one that is inside the body. And whenever Melissa starts to see that this is not her fear, but the fear of the one that is inside her body, does something change then? She does now see in front of herself two little children, a girl and a boy. And this girl, that is her, and the boy is that second personality that is sitting inside of her. The one that stopped her from remembering and so often tries to be aggressive. I am talking to this little boy now. What are you doing? He says that he lives in this body. So you live like in a corner and not satisfied, you are aggressive. You need to divide this field with someone. Do you like that? To share this field? Well, they put us together in a body, so I will be here, right? Okay, and what does Melissa say? Melissa wants to cry, and it's a very interesting sensation, as if this is an ancestor of hers, but inside of her. Is that something that is against your will, Melissa? Did you give your word for some personality to live inside of you? Well, all of the situation with the incarnation and with all of those problems and strange situations, all of this, she doesn't like that, and that's not hers. That's not like her. Okay. And to open this theme further, I suggest to enter this energy of yours that is not dependent on all of those other. Try to explode inside your own energy. Is that possible? She knows that this energy is inside of her. She can feel that it's warm and huge, but she's afraid to step into that. As if she does that, the second personality, this guy, this boy, he will come after her. Okay. And when you just turn off the thoughts of this boy out of your neuronic network, how how is he connected to that? Let's check this out first. She shows this neuro uh, system, and it looks like a lot of covers, and it has a lot of blue buttons. What if you turn it off from you? Can you do that? She says, "You sure that he will not be angry?" Okay, what is your energy? Let's bring her attention back to her own energy of light. It's inside where the solar plexus is, in the chest somewhere. It's like a huge light cloud, a concentrated energy. Okay, now you have the feeling of the soul of Melissa towards this light energy, and you have the other side, this boy that is fear. Like you have the chance now to choose the fear or the energy. How does she show herself? What kind of emotions does she have now? She wants to dive into her own energy. Okay, then act. She's kind of pushing this boy to the side, and she's like jumping into the sea, like into her own light energy. I want to say, I love you. You are home. What does Melissa feel now? She cries. That is the energy that was stagnating. You need to allow this energy to be again. Now, a very important process will start. In the inside, it's like when she dived deep into that energy of hers, she now feels like on huge waves, but they're like soft and warm. It's like in clouds. She feels like a very soft feeling inside and some kind of purity. Time disappears, and everything disappears, but you stay. She now kind of jumps very, very high, even higher and higher and higher, behind the boundaries of this planet, even higher, further than this universe, even. She shows stars. And they're really two stars, very bright, very beautiful ones. And they are connected between each other. They cannot be without each other. This is her kind of structure. Okay, I have another question. You were afraid that if you jump into your own self, that your body will disappear. Now look at that body. It's still breathing, it's still thinking, it's still living. She's now at the same time there and here, and she sees herself kind of from above, as if the same as when she left her body, but she was not so far. She got afraid and then she turned back into the body. Well, let's now check out where the fear rests, the fear of widening up, like in her energy bodies. Well, we like had a problem to exit this closeness, like and entering this wideness. Like, where is the fear of that? How does that look like? It looks like a big, fat, hairy spider, and it stands behind the back of Melissa. And with its hands, it starts to do the spider webs. And it's like from the toes till the solar plexus, like this big. So there is a spider in your physical field. What will you do with that? She wants to get rid of it. Okay, let's ask him what he wants or it wants. He wants to build a huge cocon in which Melissa will be. Okay, show yourself like energy. Can you do that with your own energy? Yes, I can. How do you do that? Melissa is manifesting energy. So, with what kind of energy can the spider bring you into this cocon? So, it can happen when Melissa will be kind of closed, hidden, not here. So this is the spider that brought this fear inside of you. Do not exit your body. Be in this cocon. Let's now observe Melissa's actions. She's opening herself up in light from the inside, and this cocon is teared off, like from the solar plexus till the feet. She's lightening it everything up, and this spider behind her back, which was sitting on her shoulders, kind of, it fell off. Okay, I can feel also in the head that tension is leaving. And he just fell off, and all of the spider webs also fell off. And now the spider kind of lies on its back and like cries for for help maybe. So now I feel also that Melissa um, has another huge light uh, lightning, which is exiting the head and which is connecting to those planets, to those stars that are interconnected to her home. So I also have the feeling that Melissa's energy is totally different. It's not from this galaxy, not from this universe. It's kind of, there are no energies like that here. And if there are, then very seldom. Okay. I want to understand the characteristic of power inside the power. The power is eternal, like power that is powered by power. What is that? Well, she's only showing it. She's not saying something. Mhm. She gives different stars and planets, and she kind of um, creates them. She like moves them, but her energies, even like just with a wish, she can, if she wanted to, like just make the planet that we are on now, just make it disappear. That strong as that. Okay. What is happening with the boy that was in her body? After she pushed him to the side, she's still at the side, and he feels not very comfortable in this energy flow that started going from Melissa. She sees that all of her aggression, madness, her fears, all of it is concentrated in that little boy, and he is completely different from its or his energy. Like the energy is way lower than hers. Okay, I would like to manifest the one that the boy was talking about when he said, yeah, well, they put us together here. That's why I'm going to live here. So who did say that? Melissa shows uh, at some kind of personalities that look like gods in the understanding of people. And they're sitting like on some kind of uh UFO. It's like it's a civilization that knows what teleportation is. They can control and rule different planets. They can control electromagnetic states of stars and planets. Okay, does Melissa has some questions towards them, like Melissa as energy? She sees that they closed her completely, that they brought her into this concentration camp with the name Terra, like Earth, and they are very like bad, if you can say so, because they don't understand feelings. They can only control. They can only they're only searching for power and willing to do some disbalance. So this is what they need energy for, right? I mean, I'm speaking about Melissa, this electromagnetic field that she carries. So they take your energy and act towards the rules of this universe. Okay, you just opened this information. You can choose now to let them do that further or take back your power and delete them in your own field, your own being. We just observe her actions now. She gives them a very strange kind of a cell. It's out of aluminium, like metallic. And afterwards, she just creates like a tornado of light and puts all of them into this tornado and spins them. Strange, because there are completely different rules of physics than here on this planet. And they're kind of disappearing in a black hole. And Melissa's energy flow starts getting a lot wider. It's like a huge waterfall now. Marina, you said that in her field there are two stars. What is the second star? I mean, there are like two spectrums, two wave structures, two pulsations. What is that? This is one kind of a creation. It's like one, but in the inside there is this kind of a division. It's like two wheels of a bicycle. It's like difficult to get to ride one, right? So it's kind of the same. Okay, so is there a possibility for Melissa to step into this duality, or how should I call it? Or what is happening now? Now she at the same time enters both those stars, and whenever she completely dives into them, they're like a matryoshka. They're like interfering with each other, and everything gets back to its places, into oneness. It's like a huge big star. It's not even a planet, it's a star. So it's so much energetically powerful. It's like an motor. It's like your source of energy, and where its beginning is, you cannot know. It just is. It pulsates, it vibrates, it sounds. And her individuality, her creativity, it's opening up through these energies, through this star. She now sees everything completely different. Not like the most people on earth. She feels differently, and she knows a lot that other people do not know. Are there some duplicates of Melissa? Some in some other parallelities, some other realities? Is her personality somewhere else? Yes, there are parallel realities where some kind of her phantom is living very well. And there are many of them. They're all different, but in each and every one of them, she feels herself very good and realized as a human being and as a woman, as energy. But why do we speak with this Melissa now, where she doesn't feel all of those nice feelings? Because those realities take all of the potential of hers. Is there somebody who is taking advantage for his own goods from those personalities, those duplicates? Yes, there is. It's some kind of substances with a very low uh, vibration. There exist here in our realities. It's like a copy of Melissa, like a duplicate of her image, like just in another game, or what? Yeah. What does she do now with those duplicates? Yeah, it happens also in different time perspectives, like for human beings and that kind of understanding. Okay, so she just takes her crystals out of those duplicates and deletes them, all of the manifestations of them. What about those game players that were taking advantage of her? It looks like they're also kind of substances, look like insectoids. Yeah, well, we already had a spider, right? They are kind of getting into one ball, and she can just lightly make them disappear in her light. Okay. Doing that, I invite to observe her body and the problem that she mentioned, the eczema. She even calls it differently now. What is happening? It's like the spider which got stuck onto her, on her shoulders, on her back, like from her neck downwards. Same as the spider, those eczemas, they look like they're like gluing on her back, like black dots. But energetically and physically, it looks kind of different. In the inside, she has, let's call it a microbe, like a very simple one, which lives in her lungs, in her bronchs, which shows itself on her skin. And as soon as her immunity falls, whenever there are not many of the vitamins, fats, and proteins in her body. They start to like get on her skin, and it also affects her breathing. Okay, and this come from the situation of the pillow whenever somebody tried to take away the breathing, right? Yes, let's go into that situation. She now shows a huge screen, a television screen, and it's like a frozen picture. And this picture, it's not like from the outside, but kind of as if she's like inside of it, and she's laying down there, and this pillow above her, and she doesn't even understand. It's like dark around, and then she just exit the body and just looked at the situation from the side, and she got afraid. Let's now enter with your energy in this fear, like awaken yourself in there. Will you be afraid whenever you manifest yourself as the power, that energy that you are? She enters it as energy, not as a person. She manifests herself there, explodes in light. She sees a face, a strange face, exactly in front of her. It looks like a wolf. Like this face looks like a animal face. And exactly in this moment, she wants to explode in light. So this is what you have to do, that he gets afraid. So we take the same actions as he did, turn it against him. She does that, explodes in light. And she shows that there is no room. She shows now a street. Now he's only standing there, and it's very light, like daylight, as if she just deleted this episode now. What does happen with the microbe that is in the bronchs and in the lungs, in the systems now? She, this system turns into like little spirals, this microbe. And it kind of, through those spirals, it exits the body, like through the skin, exiting, exiting, exiting the field of Melissa. And Melissa like sparks and widens herself through those sparks. What is happening now on the skin of her head, her neck? They're also exiting those microbes, her body. Her spine, like starting from the head till the lower back, she just wants to like fill everything up with light, like the whole body, like wash it with light. There is one moment that she is showing when she was a woman already, whenever somebody tried to get advantage of her, somehow in her head there were some strange thoughts that she will commit suicide if something happens like this. And then her brain just deleted the situation. It just kept the address that something like that happened. But the thing is that it's very important for her to now enter this situation again. Is she ready? Very difficult. And she's afraid. Where is this fear? Let's have a look at the thing that you call a difficult and that you call fear. What is that? She shows kind of a program of a victim. Let's welcome her dad. Is he ready to take his programs back? How is he actually reacting? What is his presence like? He is a very like a stiff and a very strong man. He cannot feel anything that she is feeling. And he acts like a king towards Melissa. Okay, who is ruling him? He shows something inside of him, something big, very hairy, like a bear or kind of a wolf, has red eyes and has some kind of like aggression in his skull. This substance is living in him. I suggest now for Melissa. Well, now there is like kind of a question. Melissa? No, don't worry, not for you. So, how does she manifest herself? Seeing all of this. The name that she was given by birth, all everything that is connected with this name, it's like a bad thriller that she doesn't want to return to. And from the beginning, she should had like a completely different name. Yeah, well, I see the same. I mean, I have no protest that she changed her name. That was the right decision. So you can give this name back to the father. And let's now manifest this substance that is ruling. I suggest for Melissa now to scan his fear. What is he afraid of? For some kind of reason, he is afraid to die. What is death for him? That everyone will forget about him and nobody will do whatever he says, and that nobody needs him. And here are those emotions of Melissa that are starting to play. First, it was through pity, then through other manipulations. Melissa, take out of you all of those programs. She takes them out like kind of clips inside of her. She now understands that that's just a substance, that is not even somebody who really is powerful. He's just morally and psychologically just tyranning over everyone and everything. What changes inside of Melissa whenever she sees that? She starts to get calm. This program of a victim exits her. What about her mother? The fact that she always did what she was told and she kind of always flew on her own wave as if she's not even there. And there's also a feeling that this father of Melissa, it's kind of a bad king that found himself a wife just to to um, make children for him that he can like rule over. Well, if there is a reality with that kind of story, then we can also delete it if Melissa is some kind of involved in that. Yes, she is, and she deletes it. All of those fears, those sensations, all of those programs that all men are awful tyrants. She also deletes all of that. And in this program of a victim, she met a very strange young man, but now she just deleted this program. There is a very interesting information that just comes to me. How can you break power? A power that you cannot win only through pity. Bring pity into someone, and further goes lying, and then you rule over someone. And that's what happened to Melissa. Now, again, let's look at the energetic fields. Let's bring some light into that. Let's delete all of the viruses that exist there. Yes. She creates and brings into order all of her light streams. Are there any egregores? There are some religious and esoteric paths wherever she was searching for herself, understanding that she's different and not the way her parents wanted to see her. And now she can also take all of her potential back out of it and delete it. She always says, I want to love everyone, but because of all of those programs and fears, I just couldn't. Also, I couldn't love myself. Now she starts to reform her body, her energetical body, and she is taking care of her inner feelings, starting to love her energy, her beautiful body, her creativity, all of her ideas. Is that the same as she entered a world where she is the sun, she is shining, and there appear some personalities that say, you are too bright, you are too hot, like as if you were criticize the sun that is shining on our planet. And the sun starts to like, oh no, sorry, I won't shine. It starts to get to feel fear, like madness, kind of this way, like this metaphor. That's what happened to Melissa. So just step into that sun, to pulsating, to be the light and to shine bright. So those replicants, that was the one that we deleted, right? Yeah. Let's now turn into your birth. She steps into that, but she does that already freely in her own energy. It's like the balanced energy of those two positions of left and right, those that she showed us in the image of those two stars. She's already ready in the duality of the best version of it. Okay. Again, let's check out the ancestors and the mother and the father again, too. There are no strings to any ancestor stuff. It's a feeling that she got into this incarnation kind of, um, how do you say it? Like fakely, because her father's ancestor uh, programs or fields, they're from Romania, also from Austria, and everyone is very like dry and like mad, like there's almost no life inside. Okay, if we now manifest Melissa, her life where she's a personality, a woman full of, of life and love, how does her tree look like? It looks like a huge um, um, maple tree, and those leaves are yellow and orange and red and green, and it looks like summer and autumn. It's like at the same time. And does this tree like get all of those energies like very freely, and connects to all the flows? Yes, everything is very freely flowing into its directions. Okay, let's now bring some light into all the life moments, those stress situations, those strange problems whenever you had to leave, to run away. All of that she is deleting now. Whenever she was punished or cursed, everything, she just deletes it. Also, when those men were next to her that tried to control her and rule her and tell her stuff to do, all of this she also deletes. whenever she stepped into her throat and wanted to like get some attention or love, also this kind of programs she deletes. And this mechanism that is reflecting other people, she feels like the madness, the aggressions, those not nice emotions from other people, feeling them like it's her own. What is that? She is kind of connecting to it like people who go into the internet, the same she does with the planet. And she starts to live through it, like let it through herself, and starts to emotionate, and she starts to feel pity for everyone, and she is starting to think of what can happen or what is happening, because she has this program in her field to watch the outside through her. So if you put this outside inside of you, you actually make it worse or bigger. So if Melissa now looks at that, what does she feel or see or do? She sees them as knots in her field, and she starts to getting them out of herself, of her field. And also there is kind of a division inside of her, a division into chakras like the Hindus have, or the Indian people. So the chakra system, and the same she did to her body, like horizontal lines. She just deletes all of the horizontal lines and starts to recreate an energetic flow without divisions, and she starts to feel herself as one. Okay, and maybe some connections, some energetic connections from Melissa. What are these? It's like the roots from the tree that go down inside the earth from her own tree. But how should it be the right way then? The same way, but kind of different. She starts to recreate them, reconnect them. They have to be connected with the earth, but or the planet, but kind of in a different way. But in the visual way, she shows it kind of with different colors. They were kind of yellowish, and now they are getting kind of white. Yeah, and now her uh, spheric bodies or energetic bodies are changing. Let's have a look at them and all of the bodies again. Yes, the light bodies, they are widening. She is widening them up. She deletes all of her fears from the anti-world. And the physical body, she shows it as if it is, as if it was suffering a lot, and as if they're missing a lot of nutritions like microelements, vitamins. It's actually like from a 17-year-old woman, the body, but in the inside, it looks like it works on the last strengths, and she wants to feed it with all of the important nutritions. There is like a very huge uh, stress in the hormonal system with her eggs, and she wants to recreate all of it right now. She recreated her kidneys. Now she starts to recreate her nerve system, starts to recreate the muscle tones. She cleans her bronchs and her lungs, her nose. She brings all of the programs inside of her head, like if the things that she eats is good or no good. She deletes all of it and starts her own programs, the one that she needs for her energy. Okay, so there was like this bronchs and lungs system that has those microbes inside and didn't let the power run the right way. So how I see it now, that the kidneys took this job on themselves, and that's why Melissa started to feel on the emotion base a lot of negative things. So let's try to release those kidneys and take this work that is not theirs from them. She brings light into it now and starts to explode in this life inside. Also, she is cleansing all of the digestion system. Also, the heart system and the veins and arteries. It seems like if you touch her just with the finger, there can be bruises. So she starts to recreate all of those systems, veins and arteries, and brings light into that. She starts to recreate her skin, also her activity from the muscles. What is happening to her metabolism? She is recreating her biological age into kind of her 30s. Okay. What about her living situation? Let's bring some light into them. What does she show us? What does she do with that? first she starts to opening up her self-realization. She shows that she's doing a lot of interesting, it seems like this is something, it's like some pictures that she's drawing, but not with paint, but like with pencils. It's like she's um, writing some romances. She has like a lot of interesting ideas for the world. She can just like write down something about herself, about this world. She has some very interesting, there is like um very nice personalities that she meets, different jobs that she can have with that, and with the help of her energies she can see people, she see them energetically, she kind of sees them very deeply, and she can work with those people very well, but she can do all at the same time or one after another. But if we talk about the living situation, like her field and space, somehow on the energetic level, they're hanging some curtains out of some, um, like in India, those saris, in some kind of this curtains, they're hanging everywhere in every room, and they kind of like uh darken up the world, the real world. And she has the feeling that she wants to like get rid of them, to clean it. And also she sees kind of um uh, a movement. She will move somewhere else, she will move to a young man, or they will go together to live somewhere, the two of them. He is a very good person. Financial flows, she's opening them up, her own ones. She is widening them. There is also one moment now, it's very big now for her, help for her parents, but I mean, she's like the daughter and she kind of have to, but she doesn't have the wish for it. Like she needs to love them, but kind of it's difficult to do that. And it's also hard to fight with herself about it. But now she knows who they are or what they are. I suggest to look at them again, like what do they need from Melissa? They need care, attention, help, physical and financial one, also morally. So they can also like tell her about their, I don't know, problems and diseases or something. There are two variations of those kind of an energy that she can help with. The one that she can like lighten everything up, or the other one where she is like tightened up and full of fear and everything. What kind of, or which of those two energies will Melissa choose to share with them? there where she is full of light, free. So she's ready to be the one that she is and not how her parents want her to be. Okay, so now explode like this in front of them. How do they react? I mean, there were always conditions. You will feed us with your energy, but the one that we tell you. But Melissa has the right to choose which one of her energies like she can share eternally. She is shining and full of her potential. She is free. Yeah, somewhere where she cannot be divided. I just am. You like it, be in my light. If you don't like it, go there wherever you like it. What is happening to them and to her? She is feeling them very calmly, but they see her kind of, well, they kind of have to accept it. So there is nothing that they holding against her, right? No. So now how does the financial flow opening itself up after that, and also the flow with the men, the opposite sex, like very huge financial flows. And again, she shows this move with this male person, and it seems like they're traveling a lot. Okay, Marina, I think we can come to an end. You can come back.